What is going on, guys? I apologize in advance if I'm a little bit low in energy. I had a bit of a late night last night and been getting a lot of work done today, but irregardless, I don't quite have my setup yet. But this, I definitely had to talk about. I couldn't pass this opportunity up. So if you're tuned in to the NFT space at all, obviously you've heard of Pixelmon. You might not know what it is, but you've at least heard of it. So if you don't know what Pixelmon is, it's essentially this NFT game that was kind of a combination of Pokemon, Minecraft, all that stuff. And it was easily probably one of the most hyped drops that we've had. But I like to call it the No Man's Sky of the NFT world because they way overpromised, and well, what happened next was what we're going to be talking about today. So there's a couple things I want to cover, but before I do, you guys should go ahead and follow me on Twitter. If you want any updates with NFTs and anything like that, anything I'm shouting out, you'll find everything that I post over there. So, but anyways, so today we're going to be talking about their 3 ETH Dutch auction, which is kind of where it started and all went wrong. We're going to be talking about the dev team actually buying some Bored Apes and some Mizuki. We're going to talk about the art reveal because that needs to be talked about. And we're going to talk about the Discord because I was actually just on their Discord, and I mean, it looks a hell of a lot different than it did when I was on there. So next we're going to be just talking about the sneak peeks that they gave us and how it coincides with the actual art that we got. Next we're going to be talking about some stolen artwork and some regurgitated Unity models that you can just get on the Unity store. And then lastly, we're going to be covering the floor price. Sorry, I had a little distraction. But so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we're going to be taking a look at is their OpenSea collection. Right now we're looking at a 0.4 floor price. Definitely a far cry from 3 ETH. If I personally didn't get in on this collection, so I'm not down any, but I know people who did, and they're not very happy. But I mean, you can't blame them. We all expected something different. So, but anyways, this is what some of the art is looking like right now. A lot of it, I mean, I don't know. I get this is a game, but it always makes me a little bit sad to see like just kind of the same regurgitated stuff. Granted, like I said, I know it's a game, so that might just be my own personal preference, but I would always love to get something unique, even if it's just like randomly generated traits. But yeah, we're looking at a 0.4 floor price. It has dropped exponentially, especially with, again, some of this recent stuff coming out, like stolen artwork, regurgitated Unity models. And sorry, guys, I'm really tired. Anyways, so that has had a lot to do with the floor price dropping. Yeah. Now, if we come over here to activity, we can still see that there's a bit of a healthy dose of volume. There's a bit of healthy volume. I mean, granted, it's definitely slowed down quite a bit. I mean, we're looking at, I mean, some sales here and there, still a decent amount of volume, but I think most people are pretty aware of the fact now that it's definitely not a project you want to be investing in. And again, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm just analyzing. I'm just a guy in his office. This is not financial advice at all. So next, we're going to look at some tweets. So this tweet is from Manmoon right here. He says, reached out to this guy since I was a 3 ETH Pixelmon minter. He didn't know any of the art was for NFTs and didn't endorse any of it. He also barely finished the dragons yesterday before the reveal. He got paid less than a single mint from the Dutch auction. So basically, he got paid less than what 3 ETH is worth, which would be like 9 grand or so. If we go ahead and take a look at some of these tweets, so as you can see, Manmoon's talking to him about it. He says, hey, I wanted to know if you were aware of or associated with an NFT project called Pixelmon. The reason I ask is because I saw your dragons from 2019, and they looked very similar to the ones they designed. So you can see Malbers, which is the artist's tweet right here. And yeah, we can see some similarities between the dragons and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next tweet. So Malbers responds, and he says, oh, I see. Recently, I got a paid job for doing variations of the elemental dragons, and I actually finished it yesterday. I did not know it was for this. So as you can see, this is the finished artwork. This is what he finished with the dragons. And Manmoon responds, he says, oh, okay, so did they hire you? Sorry to hear if you aren't a fan of NFTs. Did you make the other models they used for other creatures in the collection, or was it just the dragons? He said, just the dragons. I actually don't endorse NFTs because of situations like this. It says other people get the rewards for the artist's work. He never mentioned it was for NFTs. So already that's not looking too good. So let's go ahead and keep moving here. See what's next. He says, dang, this just makes me sad. And of course, Manaman's going to console him. So they paid him, it looks like $1,000 per dragon and $1K for all the adjustments. So a total of $6,000, which is definitely no measly amount of money. But for a collection that made $70 million, you would think that they'd be able to pay him a lot more than 6K. 6K, I mean, again, they started the Dutch auction at 3 ETH, which is like 9 grand, and they could only pay their artist 6K. Yeah, that just doesn't sit right with me. So a lot of people are absolutely livid about that, not sitting well with fans. Right down here, actually, this is something I wanted to talk about. So this is actually another indie artist's game right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in full screen for you guys. And I don't know if you played the Pixelmon demo, but if you do, it is exactly like this. Of course, it's with the voxel art and stuff like this, but it is heavily inspired, and you can tell that they stole some things from that. I would play it right now, but my computer isn't great enough to run it yet, but I am building my PC, so, but then I'll be good. Let's go ahead and move on here. But as you can see with the comments, yeah, no, it's not looking good. So I'm going to move on to our next tweet here. So here is where we're going to be talking about the other arts with the dragons. We know we got it from that artist, and now we're going to be talking about the rest of the art. So as you can see, not too long ago, on the 8th of January, Pixelmon tweeted this, and they said sneak peek. So it looks like some kind of, sand Pokemon. Cool. At the time, it was awesome. But if for a project that made 70 million, and then right over here, we see that it is actually a pack from Mesh Tint Studio. And like the similarities are, this is just the same thing but voxel art, like this is literally the same thing. And especially considering in NFTs, I mean, people are buying this as an NFT when you can just get it for $159 on the Unity store. That it's not individual art, it's already made. It's from the Unity store. Definitely not sitting well. I don't know how people didn't find this sooner, but it's all coming to light now. I'm going to go ahead and move on. But yeah, someone call out Meshton and let them know that Pixelmon owes them $70 million. Yeah, so let's see what the next tweet is. So this next one is from Zach XBT. All the Twitter profiles are going to be at the top here, just so you guys can find their profiles and take a look at this stuff for yourself. But he says, so Pixelmon raised over $70 million at 3 ETH per mint just for them to reveal like this. I think it's fair to say all the buyers were rugged. Stop supporting cash grab NFT projects. Now with games like this and NFT projects, genuinely, you're generally going to want them to have some kind of finished product before releasing or like minting. And I mean, granted, I know that's hard for some studios to do because they're small teams, a lot of them use the funding from Mint, but something this big, I feel like we should have had a bit of a product before the Mint even started. But we didn't get that. So let's go ahead, and this is what the reveals looked like just before. This is what they looked like as they started to reveal. So first, we've got this, which is very interesting. Looks like Eric Cartwright, but like zombie. So we got that. Pretty interesting. Then we got this, whatever the heck this is. And I'm going to show you guys the sneak peeks as well. I mean, I'm going to go over to my other tab. This is what we were looking at for sneak peeks, right? I mean, I don't know if I can click on this and make it larger. I'll go ahead and zoom in for us here. But, I mean, this is a far cry from this. I mean, I'm going to keep going back and forth here for you. So this is the sneak peek that we got. I mean, it looks awesome. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was so hyped for this project. I tried so hard to get into the Discord. I almost grinded it out to try to get whitelist, but in the end, I couldn't get it. So this is a sneak peek we got. And this is the reveal we got, which is definitely, I mean, people have a right to be mad about that. It's pretty bad. And this one, I don't even know what's happening. I mean, Cyber's excuse was that OpenSea couldn't support the 3D art, but I feel like there must have been some way to like scale it down or something like that, to where this didn't happen, because clearly the connection was not, or the collection was not ready to launch at all. But yeah, we've got this again. I mean, nothing like it. So that was quite unfortunate. This is actually a screenshot from Icy Tools, which is a NFT analysis software, I mean website, but this is the floor price. So as we can see, right before reveal, it's steadily climbed. I think we were sitting at like 1.38 actually, or something like that, which is decent. I mean, for a 3 ETH Dutch auction, it's horrible, but at least it was going up, right? And this is after reveal. And as we know, I mean, again, we're sitting at a 0.4 floor price. I don't even know why people are still buying in. Personally, I have the liquid for it, but I'm definitely not going to be buying into this project. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about the devs buying Bored Apes and Azuki. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you guys. So Danny Phantom tweeted, he says, the Pixelmon devs are buying Bored Ape Yacht Club, Clone, and Azuki. So as you can see, someone in the server calls them out, Discord. Just saw that Pixelmon used the fund buying Bored Ape Yacht Club clones and Azuki. So as you can see from the wallet, they were buying those. And Cyber says, market took a dip, so our dev team wallet purchased a few NFTs. Now, I mean, it's not just a few NFTs. We're talking about a large, I mean, each one of these, Bored Ape Yacht Club, I think the floor price is like 200 grand or like 100 ETH, somewhere around there. So these are not cheap NFTs, obviously. This just screams soft rug, in my opinion. No dev team, especially if they're committed to buying or committed to producing a great product, should be buying NFTs like that. Next, we're going to look at this tweet right here. And this is actually quite dangerous because Cyber says, Pixelmon is the next blue chip. This is financial advice. Don't do your own research. So something like that legally can get you into a bit of a tough position, especially if we look at the art and what was delivered. I mean, saying this is financial advice when you're producing a product that looks like this, and I mean, so many people lost money. I mean, I know people who bought like 3 at 2 ETH, and it's, I mean, yeah, it's not good. So, I mean, yeah, okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was trying to portray. So this is the expectation. This is what we were looking at. This is what was expected from them, obviously, and this is the reality. I mean, this is what we got. I don't know what that is. You can tell the art was definitely not ready. It was rushed. And personally, I just think there's no excuse. We can go ahead and look over Cyber's tweets real quick, just so we know where he's coming from. But I'm going to be honest with you. A word he says, I don't believe it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull him up here for you guys. So there's a lot to actually read here. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of skim over it for you. So a lot of this is addressing the Unity concerns, considering the fact that he bought off the Unity webpage. And he says they're working with a studio right now. But again, I mean, at this point, it's just, it's diminishing returns, I guess is what I would be trying to say. It's not looking too good for them. But yeah, the project just ultimately flopped, which is quite unfortunate because personally, I think it could have been a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Discord for you guys real quick. All right, let that fill out. So here I am actually in the Discord. We're looking at some of their announcements. So it looks like Cyber himself actually doxed himself right here, which, I mean, should have been done in the first place. He should have been doxed a long time ago. I mean, a team that wasn't doxed shouldn't have been able to make $70 million off of a mint. And apparently they put $2 million towards new art, which is, I don't know. I don't know where all this stuff is going, but it's definitely not looking great. It looks like they have a AMA in a few seconds. I mean, it's at 6. It's 5:59 right now, actually, in my time. But yeah, no, I don't believe a word that he says anymore, especially considering, I mean, we're talking about so many broken promises here. But anyways, I'm gonna go over the Discord server real quick before this runs too long, and I'll go ahead and close out the video for you guys. So before the launch and stuff like that, and before all the FUD, obviously, there were a hell of a lot more channels than this, and obviously I'm not a holder. I don't even think I'm actually allowed to talk. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not actually allowed to talk in this in the regular chat. Which, I mean, for an NFT server, whether you're a holder or not, it looks like this is the general chat. You should be able to talk. Absolutely. It looks like they got rid of a lot of the channels as well. I'm not sure if it's because of the FUD that was going around. I mean, it's a well-preserved FUD, but I'm not entirely sure. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. I tried to condense this into as fast and moving as quick as I could to get you guys all the information you needed as quickly as possible regarding the situation with Pixelmon and what happened over here. If you guys did enjoy this video or found it informative, be sure to hit that like button, as it really helps my channel grow, and with the YouTube algorithm, of course. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit sub. And guys, if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an upload from me. I'm actually working on my setup right now, so everything from here on out should be a lot better quality. I mean, I've got my mic, I've got my camera up there, I'm just working on the PC. But yeah, hopefully we see some better quality stuff come from the NFT space. I know things are a little slow right now, especially with the quality of projects. I mean, we're getting a lot of cash grabs, and I'm seeing a lot of great projects actually flop just because of the amount of flippers that are in the market. But that's besides the point. I'm going to be hopping off of here, and I will see you guys later.